Patreon healing list event for April 2021. So I trust this connection and the messages and the energy that it contains finds you well and supports you at this time. I want to send out an extra special welcome to those of you who are on my healing list today. We have 50 people on the healing list, so I look forward to connecting with you and creating this space of healing for you. If you're not on the healing list but you're here as well, then I welcome you as also. My sort of plan, my intention going forward is we're going to be smudging with some sage to begin with. And then I plan on pulling a healing energy card just to get an idea of our theme. Kathleen, hello. To get an idea of our theme for today as well. Mother Dragon, welcome. And then I have the 50 people on my healing list. I have you in this bowl. I'm going to pick you out of here and I'm going to draw a card for you. And then I'm going to place you down here in front of me and then we're going to drum. So I'm going to drum. I've got my owl drum here today. Raina, hello. The owl drum sounds great. I've had it sitting in the sun a little bit, not much, just a little bit in the sun. Joanne, hello. The skin was a little bit, because it's cooling off here, we're moving towards winter. New Jersey in the house. Hi, Kathleen. Because it's getting into winter, the drum skins, because they're natural, they get a little warped, I suppose you could say, because the air is a bit too damp and cool. So I just had this sitting on a chair in the sun just for the last 10 minutes just to firm up the skin, which means that we get a nice sound. So we'll do that drumming and then that should take us up, you know, the 45 minutes, an hour. It might actually be an hour or a bit longer because we have so many people on the list today and I want to pull a card for each of you. So let's start with some smudging. So if you want to smudge with me, then please do. If you have that option. If you don't, then that's perfectly fine. So, excuse me. So let's light this up. It's really important to clear and prepare ourselves before we do some healing time or meditation is what I've found. So let's use this time now to think about breathing out and away all the clutter, the stress, the stuff that you're dealing with in your everyday life. So we ask this sacred smoke to come in over into our space and wash over our bodies. And we ask the sacred smoke to take away all negative energies, entities, cords, hooks, attacks and attachments. Everything that we're holding on too tightly to at the moment that's got no room to heal or that we're trying to control, let's let it go. Let's let go of our stresses, our everyday life stuff, and imagine putting all the stuff we've got to do in a box outside our door so that we can really focus on this time that we're spending together today. And so it is. Oh, I'm not used to this smoke. Might open the door a wee bit and let some of that out, clear some of that away. Okay, I'm just putting the stick out and then we're going to pull a healing energy card and look for a theme. And this will add a bit of a slant, most likely to most of the cards that are pulled. So healing energy cards. Let's be open to the best theme coming through that the majority of us need who are on the healing list today. So the best theme card for this healing list event for right now is, what is it? Let's go with this card here. So our theme cards is blossoming, card 34. I'm going to read what it says here and then we'll talk a bit more about this card. So blossoming, it says colour to help balance the chakras. So working with colour themes, clothes, even crystals, things that are colourful, may be something that you're drawn to. It says blossoming and growing into a beautiful flower. So this is blossoming, this is allowing ourselves to grow into something beautiful. And I get this feeling, stop thinking of ourselves as weeds and thinking of ourselves as small and insignificant. I've said it before, it's actually really important to me not to think I'm something almighty and something special. So I think that the blossoming and the growing into a beautiful flower is good as long as it's healthy and doesn't tip into ego or being too self-centered. That at least is very important to me. So I don't want to personally do that. Maybe it's not as important to you, but it is to me. It says self-growth, plant the new, springtime, peace, self-love, inner beauty, and physical discomfort as you grow. So this is like being the caterpillar in the cocoon, and then I imagine the caterpillars physically being pulled apart and then put back together again as the butterfly, as it's actually physically transforming into something completely different, what feels and seems to be completely different to us anyway, looking on. So sometimes we also go through this sort of physical discomfort, this sort of sense of being pulled apart so that we can be put together again in a new way. And we may find, some of us who are connecting now may find that we're feeling that too. We might have strange aches and pains in our body that don't really make much sense. And it may be because we're going through this real physical adjustment and this physical transformation. So what are you blossoming into is what I'd like to ask you. What are you becoming? What do you want? What would be, what would bring you contentment and peace and joy or happiness, if that's important to you, love into your life? What could you do to bring that forth? Are you feeling it? Where aren't you feeling it? And what can you do to bring it forth? What changes may need to be made at this time? So I'm going to put this card here in front of me, and I'm going to start pulling some cards for all of you. So it's going to take a little while because I've got 50 people, 1 minute per person, that's 50 minutes. So I will pull them fairly quickly so we can get through. I don't want to be here streaming for 3 hours. That would just be very boring for you, I'm sure. So I've got you all in here. I'm going to just put you down here in my lap. And I've got my cards here. I've got my 110 cards because I figured 50 people, 110 cards. We've got a nice range. I look forward to my new healing energy cards coming out, actually, where I can combine them with my original deck. Then we'd have 110 healing energy cards, and that would be extra awesome. But for now, we have these, and I'm happy to be working with them. So every now and then I'm going to pick them up and give them a shuffle. But right now I've shuffled them and I'm just laying them out face down like a fan, but straight across. So like this, I'll pick up some of them. Like this is how they've been laid out here. So I'm basically going to pull your name out and then just pick a card. And I'll do probably 5 to 10 and then we'll give it a reshuffle and then we'll do the same thing again. So as I connect with your name, imagine, or I like to imagine, that I'm actually calling you here. So a part of you here, like we're sitting in this circle, this shamanic circle, this healing circle, this circle of support to support you at this time. So as I say your name, I'm going to imagine you being here. So I'm going to drum for you all in just a moment. So you may want to imagine yourself coming into the circle like I've invited you in through the door and into this room. And then I'm going to pull a card for you, and I'm just going to share a little bit about the card. I might not talk about the keywords. I'll just share whatever is important that I feel. So just, you may want to write that down. You may want to write down what your card is. I will certainly show it, and see how that fits for you at the moment, but especially how it fits in regards to your blossoming, your transformation, the new beginnings that you're moving into physically and literally in your own life. So see how it fits. The theme card may not apply to every single person I'm connecting with. It should be just majority. So for you, that may not be significant, but the card should be. So take a nice big breath and let's get this party started. Calling you all in. So first person is Sarah Jones. Sarah, your card is here. It's the Fiddler Crab, and it reminds you to be on guard. Don't be paranoid, but be protective of your energy, be protective of your space and yourself. So Sarah, welcome to our circle. Next, I'm inviting Matthew Keith. You're not last today, Matt. I think usually you tend to be towards the bottom, so you're towards the top today. So really eager to get in here. So Matt, your card is a Speed of Light. It's the Temple of Maya. This talks about things happening. It talks about something manifesting and a sense of purpose that's coming in too. But there's something very strong foundations also coming through. So welcome, Matt. Next is Raina Ortiz. I know you're here right now. Your card is a Speed of Light, and it is Pause. This talks about being in a time of transition, a time of limbo, a time of waiting, but also a great time to prepare yourself for what's next. So welcome, Raina. Next is, who is it? I had two, so we went down to one. We've got Jane Larson. Your card, it's a Speed of Light, an Animal Kingdom. Now, it is a featured card, and I just want to now say I'm not pulling extras for featured cards. So we're going to take featured cards as just the card itself. So you have Solar Cycle. So this talks about the importance of one day at a time. So getting through your day right now is important. So just get up in the morning, get through your day to the end, thank the day, reflect on your day if you need to, then move to the next day. So one day at a time at the moment. So welcome, Jane. Next is Pamela Floria. I'm going to go down here to this card, Speed of Light. It's another featured card. It's the Shaman, and this talks about it's a really important time for you to consider your privacy, your healing time, your time to mend, to reassess your life or assess where you are in your life right now. So welcome, Pamela. Next is, who is it? It's Linda Davidson. Let's grab this card for you, Linda. It's an Animal Kingdom, and we have the Wolf. So this shows great support, great loyalty. You are not alone as you walk through, especially the problematic areas of your life at this time. So keep reminding yourself, it's a good message for us all. Keep reminding yourself, especially Linda, that you are not alone, that you are supported, and you are not walking your path on your own. Next is Christopher Regan. Welcome, Chris. Your card is an Animal Kingdom, and you've got the other wolf. So you've got the masculine wolf, the alpha wolf, that says to secure your boundaries. And it feels like your boundaries are really important at the moment. So make sure you're not giving your power away to situations, people that are outside of your own space, outside of your own control, or where you have, I want to say a power, but that doesn't really kind of fit in that well. So just make sure that you're not giving your power away, basically, at this time. Make sure your boundaries are nice and secure and clear. Next is Martha Samuels. We'll pull yours, Martha, then we'll give her a reshuffle. Oh, we have the Speed of Light Oracle, and it's a featured card, the Cobra Bite. This is a bit of an ouchy card, so it brings a surprise, a bit of a shock perhaps as well, but it brings truth, and that's what's really important about this card, that it brings a surprise situation or occurrence perhaps that actually brings in the truth, and truth is definitely something that is needed, not only always, but especially in this situation for you, Martha, is the feeling. So I feel that you will be able to deal with the truth that comes at you. And it could definitely be a pleasant surprise too. So just so you know, not all surprises are not so good. This card's come up many times for great surprises. So it could be a good surprise, but it will be truthful, whatever it is. Oh, these cards want to reshuffle around. Okay, so we'll do a reshuffle, fan these back out across, or spread them out here. Next person is Angela James. Angela, welcome. Let's grab this speed of light for you. And it's Rosemary, and she talks about your self-care being really important at the moment and your time of connection with yourself. So self-love, self-care, balance time as well. So welcome, Angela. Next is Annick Beal. Annick, welcome. Your card is an animal kingdom, and it's the cockatoo. And the cockatoo is reminding you to find a compromise and be compromising. So you may need to negotiate, you may need to work out a compromise, something that's applicable for all parties involved, let's say. So I trust that makes sense. Next is Yvonne. Yvonne Kruzic. Oh, Yvonne, I need to remind myself to look at your name pronunciation before I start these. Oh, the wolves are popular. We've got all three wolves out already. It's the wolf and from the speed of light. And this talks about cycles as well as protection. So trusting the cycles that you're moving through and knowing that you're protected and your loved ones are protected as you move into new territory is the feeling there. So welcome, Yvonne. Next is Andrea Stuart. Welcome, Andrea. Your card. It's an animal kingdom, and this we saw in the weekly guidance I did before. It's the rabbit, and it reminds you to make your move. No matter how scared or paralyzed you might feel, you're being encouraged to make your move and find the courage to make your move. So welcome, Andrea. Next is Anne-Marie Douglas. Let's go down here to the bottom end of the deck. Anne-Marie, speed of light, we have the unicorn, and the unicorn's reminding you to trust in your intuition, but also to continue to practice your spiritual things that you find spiritual and the things that help you connect spiritually. So you may have not had time for this lately, but you've been encouraged to get these spiritual tools out because they're going to support you at this time. But you can also trust in your intuition. So next is Priscilla Kimboko. Priscilla, let's go with this card for you. It's an animal kingdom. Oh, we saw this today too in the weekly guidance. It's the penguins. And this talks about an unbreakable bond or a really special connection that you have with another person who is not necessarily with you right now. They may be in spirit, they may be away from you in some regard or for some reason. So that bond that you have, that connection, is unbreakable. You can trust in the connection, this healthy, strong connection that you have. So I trust that makes sense. Next is Marguerite Pepper Brady. Marguerite, let's go with this. It's a speed of light oracle card, and it's indigo, and this talks about new pathways opening up for you. So pathways, options, opportunities are here for you now. So can you notice them, and can you pick and choose the one or the ones that resonate with your heart? You don't have to take all options or all ideas that are being presented. So next is Avril Daly. Welcome, Avril. Let's go up this end for you. We've got an Animal Kingdom oracle card. Another one we saw today is the Air Dragon. The Air Dragon reminds you that your mind is powerful. As I talk about that, is actually moving energy too in your throat, Avril, as well. So remember that you do have a powerful mind, and you can use your mind, your ability to focus, your ability to think creatively or plan or organize. You can use these good qualities to support you at this time. So welcome. Next is Janice Chalmers. Janice, and then we'll do a shuffle of the deck. We have Animal Kingdom, and we've got the owls. So now feels to be an important time to observe and wait for the green light to turn on. Sometimes we're just waiting for it to happen, and that's what I'm feeling here for you, Janice. So the green light will turn on. It's okay to just observe and patiently wait. Prepare yourself, as I mentioned before, I think with Raina, was it? Someone back there who had the limbo pause card. Okay, so let's just reshuffle these and spread them back out face down. Next is Magenta Borealis. Magenta, nice big breath and welcome to our circle. Your card is an animal kingdom and you've got the cheetah. And the cheetah reminds you to focus on your strengths and the things that are working for you. So the things that are working, the things that are strong for you right now, you can focus on those things. Sometimes we distract ourselves, don't we, by thinking about all the things that aren't working, all the things we didn't do right, all the things that we could have done better. So instead of that, you've been encouraged to focus on your strengths. Next is Susan Macmillan. Susan, welcome. Your card is an animal kingdom and it's the butterfly. So this reminds you about simplicity, getting back to basics, and joy that wants to come in as you're transforming. So as you're changing and as things are changing in your life, allow yourself to move into that simple place of joy, of peace, simplicity. Next is Dayna Wapaa. Dayna, welcome. You've got an animal kingdom card too. You've got the ladybug. This is the good luck card in the deck. So it brings, it says it's a favourable time. It's a really favourable time for you to do and focus on nearly almost anything. So it's a good luck card. It's saying that there is good energy, good flow around you at the moment. So enjoy it because it's not always constant, is it? It sort of ebbs and flows. So work with it as it's happening and as it's there. Kathleen Glen. Kathleen, welcome. You've got an animal kingdom too. You've got seasonal cycle. So this talks about a 3-month cycle. So it talks about from now until over the next 3 months that it's a really important time for you. It's a really important time maybe for you to also think about the changes, the cycles that you've been going through, not only in this last 9 months, but also what you want for the next 9 months. So there's something about 3 months and then 9 months to make up the 12 that feels important. So Kathleen, welcome. Next is, we've got 3 there. We're welcoming Ellen Stensley. Ellen, let's grab this Speed of Light Oracle. We have action taking. So this is about letting the sun set on old parts of your life so that the sun can rise on new parts of your life now. It's time to take action. So welcome. Next is Sandy Greenham. Sandy, let's grab this card for you. It's another animal kingdom and it says give it your full attention. So this is about focus and you're being encouraged to really focus on what needs your attention and avoid being distracted because that's going to almost dilute your focus or where you're focusing. So whatever you're focusing on, 100% focus is what you're encouraged to consider. Next, I would like to bring into our circle Leslie Laagel. Leslie, let's grab this card for you. It's a Speed of Light Oracle and it's stepping in. So this is about making a commitment, especially a solo commitment that you need to consider making with yourself. It may be breaking a habit, it may be to start something new or to step out of your comfort zone. So what commitment do you need to make? What promise do you need to make yourself at this time? Something to consider there, Leslie. Next is Robin Hippler. Robin, welcome. Let's grab this Speed of Light Oracle card. It's Overlapping Worlds. So this talks about you being in a time of transition, being in between change, and it may be a little unsettling, and you may also feel a bit sensitive while things are transitioning and things are changing. But the good thing to remember about this is that it's always temporary. It's just the hallway that you walk through as you go from one room into the next. Sometimes the hallway might last a couple of months. Other times it may last a week or a couple of days, an hour or two. So transitional times are always temporary. So just ride the wave, basically. We've got Ann Osias. Welcome, Ann. Let's grab this Speed of Light Oracle card for you. Okay, you've got Healed. So this talks about it being a really important time for healing, especially in your physical body. So physical body healing, what do you need to support in your body? What do you need to release in your body as well? How is your body feeling? So your body may require some healing time at the moment. So welcome, Marianne. Next is Carol White. Welcome, Carol. Let's grab a card, then I'm going to shuffle the deck again. And we have an animal kingdom, and it is the honeybee. So the honeybee reminds you to be efficient with how you're using your energy at this time. So what you're doing, how efficient are you being? Are you choosing the most efficient way of approaching something? If not, is there a better way? Is there a better way to do this thing that you have to do? So maybe give that some thought. Let's shuffle and then we'll continue. And then we're going to play the drum for you all. So just getting these shuffled, spread them back out, face down. Next person is Sondra Battles. Sondra, let's grab this card for you. It's a speed of light here. It's harmony. So this is reminding you about finding your balance, your harmony, and also the connection with music or sound. That's really important to help you find or maintain your balance or your harmony at this time. So balance, harmony, quite important, as well as sound or music. So welcome, Sondra. Next is Elle Du Bois. Welcome, Elle. Let's go with this card for you. Card Speed of Light Oracle. It's card 38, called Focus. And this is about holding position. So holding position, you know what choices you've made, you know the effort that you've put in to get to where you are in your life today. So be careful of naysayers and people that may not understand your intention or your motive behind something that you're deciding on at the moment. Hold your position, hold your ground is what you're being encouraged to do. So Elle, welcome. Next is Jacqueline Taylor. Jackie, welcome. You've got this Animal Kingdom Oracle card, and it's the dolphin. And the dolphin says that it's time to celebrate. There is a cause for celebration right now. So what are you celebrating? Or we could also think about what are you being grateful for? So celebration, gratitude feels important at the moment. So welcome, Jacqueline. Next is Joanna Levine. Joanna, let's get this Speed of Light Oracle card. It's a featured card, and it's the koala that reminds you to find your quiet, slow, pondering energy. Tap into that, and you might even find you're feeling that. You're being encouraged to use this, or that it is a time of waiting. So it's okay to use the waiting time to rest, to slow down, and to ponder where you are or what you want from your life. So welcome, Joanna. Next is Charley Ross. Charley, welcome. Let's grab this Animal Kingdom. We have Ammonite. Ammonite reminds you that it's okay and the timing is right for you to clear your private issues. So the issues that you've been keeping private and perhaps personal or even secret, that it's a really important time now for you to face those and clear them out. And you can continue to keep them private if you need to. So welcome. Kanti Devi Wedad. Welcome, Kanti. You've got this Speed of Light Oracle card. And we saw this also this week. It's expression. This reminds you about your ability to communicate and converse and express yourself, which is really important at this time. First of all, of course, communicating with yourself. So you're clear about what you want and the direction you want to go, and then you might find you need to have a conversation or speak up to someone else or other people around what your intentions are. Next is Gayle McCoy. Gayle, welcome. We have Speed of Light Oracle card, the jellyfish. Oh, the jellyfish. I need to turn it around. The jellyfish, this talks about a sensitivity that you might be feeling at the moment, but know that you're safe and protected. The jellyfish, it protects itself, so you are safe and protected during this sensitive time, Gayle. So, welcome. Next is Viktoria Daniels. Victoria, welcome. Let's grab this Animal Kingdom Oracle card for you. And you have the kangaroo, and the kangaroo encourages you to leap over the obstacle. So find a way over the obstacle. There is a way through this. There is a way through it. So try not to be too caught up in the loomingness of the obstacle, how big it sort of feels and seems. You can conquer this obstacle. Next is Chelsea Keith. Welcome, Chelsea. Let's grab this Speed of Light Oracle card for you. We have card 2, an answered prayer. So something you've been asking for, something you've been wanting so deep in your being for quite some time, I feel is being answered. So you have an answered prayer around you, which feels beautiful. It feels loving and beautiful. So welcome, Chelsea. Next is Joanne Monroe. Welcome, Joanne. Your card is Speed of Light, Animal Kingdom. And we have the Sea Eagle. The Sea Eagle says to reconnect. So this is a really important time for you to reconnect and plug back in to those things, those areas, those people, maybe yourself, that you've been feeling disconnected from lately. So welcome, Joanne. Next is Bridget Mehrtens. Bridget, your best card for you right now is this Speed of Light Oracle card. And you've got scattered. So this brings a scattered, unruly, confusing, maybe even overwhelming energy in at the moment. But there is potential in this for it to move into new areas and open up and create some new pathways for you. This is raw energy, and what you're being encouraged to do is just create a simple, doable plan just to get through this time, because this unruly energy is turning into something. So what it's turning into will reveal itself in the next couple of weeks, no doubt. So thank you. Thanks, Joanne. And thanks, Bridget. Next is Bathsheba Dixon. You've got a Speed of Light Oracle card. Which is this? It's the Lizard. The Lizard talks about things maybe not being as they appear or as they seem on the surface. So you're being encouraged to think about how you can drop deeper under the surface of something that you're dealing with at this time. What do you need to do to drop deeper and look beyond initial appearances? Next is Carlee Chirichiello. Carlee, welcome. Let's grab, and then I'll shuffle this deck. We'll grab this Animal Kingdom, and it's the doe. And the doe reminds you to feel deeply. It's time to feel deeply and sit in and find a way to become more comfortable and comfortable with how you feel. That your feelings, your emotions are not your enemy. In fact, they can be of great support and benefit for your healing, but also helping you move where you need to go in your life. So welcome, Carlee. Let's shuffle these. And I'll take a pause from talking because I feel like I'm talking non-stop. Right, face down here. We've just got maybe 8 or so people left. Next is Nicole Wiggins. So Nicole, your best card is this Animal Kingdom Oracle card. I love this card, the Stallion. Untie yourself. So you're ready to untie yourself, release yourself from your limitations and restrictions and what's holding you back, what's binding you up, so that you can free yourself, so that you can set yourself, your wild spirit free. So very exciting, motivating, and lots of action with that card. Next is Emily Fussell. Emily, you've got a Speed of Light Oracle. This one. This is the Tree Maiden. And the Tree Maiden says, or it talks about endings. It talks about a potent energy around you too at the moment. Things may be intense or amplified, magnified, even blown out of proportion at the moment. So what's happening is what's amplified is trying to get your attention so that you can think about what needs to end or what doors need to close in your life. This card, although it symbolizes intensity and endings, it also brings with it growth. So you will grow from this situation as you allow yourself to close this door that doesn't work any longer. Angie Griswold, welcome to our circle. Let's grab this Speed of Light Oracle card for you. And it's the Yogi. So this is like a new level of understanding about something. It's like the penny dropping at a really strange moment where you least expect, and something makes sense. So there's something that, if it hasn't just happened, it's very soon to. Something that you're a bit confused about is likely just to make sense before too long. And you will understand and see the bigger picture and why, perhaps why you had to go through that and what you can learn from it. So welcome, Angie. Next is Kimberly Veness. Kimberly, let's go with this Animal Kingdom Oracle card for you. Look what you've got. You've got the Spirit Dragon, the highest vibrating card in the whole deck. So Kimberly, this is a time of heightened energy. A great time really to do pretty much anything, because it feels like you're getting a lot of support from Spirit or the universe. And you might find that things are in good flow at the moment. So try not to overthink it, because I feel that things can and will work out at this time. So welcome. Next is Suzie Nicholls. Suzie, let's grab this Speed of Light Oracle card. Suzie, you have the Creation card. So this is about coming out of hiding and really uncoiling and opening yourself up to stop hiding, stop holding back, stop hesitating, and start stepping forward, especially in regards to your true and authentic self. So what is really true for you, and coming out with that at whatever capacity feels best. Okay, we have 5 people left. Next is David Magnus. So welcome, David, to our circle. You've got this card, Animal Kingdom, and you have the Echidna. And the Echidna reminds you not to dwell on the details. So you don't need to keep digging up the dirt or keep investigating a certain situation in your life at the moment and getting all the nitty-gritty details. You don't need to invest as much time in that stuff as you have been investing. I feel like it's time to just keep moving ahead. So keep moving ahead, focus on where you're going, focus on how it feels, but you don't need to dig up dirt or dissect everything as you go, if that makes sense. Sometimes it's required, but at the moment it's likely not. So I trust that makes sense, David. Welcome. Rebecca Ross. Welcome, Rebecca. Let's grab this Speed of Light Oracle card for you. And you have the Turtle. And the Turtle is reminding you to get serious, especially get serious about your dreams, your goals, your plans for the future, but also get serious about something that you may have been not really taking seriously. I feel like there's something that you need to perhaps consider taking more seriously, and that will be of benefit to you too moving forward. So welcome, Rebecca. We've got Michelle Birch. Michelle, welcome. Let's grab this Animal Kingdom Oracle card. We have the Emperor Moth. And the Emperor Moth, as came up as well in the cards today, says to put things into order. So this is especially connected with paperwork or planning or organising, creating a step-by-step process or whatever it is that's appropriate for you to get things ordered. So there's order that's required, and you're planning and organising or getting your paperwork sorted out will likely create that order that you're looking for. Second last is Susan Sonsteng. Susan, welcome. Let's grab this Speed of Light Oracle for you. And you have, excuse me, you have Tiger Claw. And the Tiger Claw is reminding you to be assertive, to take action, and you may need to get your claws into something. You may need to do something, be assertive, speak up, stand your ground to clear the air. So that's a really strong card and probably quite appropriate for something that you're dealing with now. And who is lucky last? Lucky last is Allison. Allison, welcome to our circle. You have this Animal Kingdom Oracle card, and it's the gorilla. The gorilla reminds you to do the right thing, but there is a feeling here of the gorilla encouraging you also to stand your ground, to perhaps be assertive. Be fixed like a mountain at this time, or with the situation that you're dealing with now. So be fixed, be honest, be true, be mountain-like at this time. So I trust that makes sense for you, Allison, and for everybody who is now in our circle. Welcome. Let's now move into our drumming time. So thinking about what's come up for you, or maybe thinking about our theme card for this week or this month or this connection, which is blossoming. So welcoming new beginnings in as well, allowing ourselves to blossom and grow and improve. And I'm going to drum for probably around 10 minutes to support whatever it is that you need. So I'm imagining all of you here on the healing list are in this circle, in this space with me, and I'm going to be focusing on drumming and holding this space for you. I don't want to talk, so I don't think I'm going to, unless there's something really urgent I need to talk about. I really want to just hold this space with the drum. So if you're new to connecting with the drum, I trust you enjoy it. Now, there's nothing you can do wrong. Just listen and take some big, deep breaths and maybe contemplate what's come up for you. Contemplate what's going on for you in your life. Maybe imagine breathing the sound of the drum into your body and seeing how your body responds to the drum as well. You might find the energy moves in waves and phases, so let it do that too. And I trust you enjoy this time of connection with the drum, and most importantly, this time of connection with yourself. Lights are out, it seems. So nice big breath. Thank you. I trust you enjoyed that drumming time. What a beautiful peace and grounded energy came through there at the end. Just feels so deeply supportive, deeply grounding, and deeply peaceful. So as I was drumming, I was imagining holding support and protection for all of those of you here in our circle on our healing list today. And then that last part, that support, turned into that deep grounded support. So I trust you're feeling good in yourself. I trust that this has helped support you and hold you in a space that you've needed in these moments. So thank you so much. Thank you to everyone on my healing list today and for your support of my work. Thank you so much. I am getting ready to go now. I am going to pull a card to go. So thank you so much. I will be back again at the end of May for our next healing list event for patrons. So if you're inspired to remain on the list for next month, then I look forward to connecting with you again. If you would love to be on the list next month, if you're not on it now, you can find the link to my Patreon page in the video description. So the $15 level will give you access to the healing list event, this event, and thanks Joe, and also to some other things too, like the current energy report and meditation each month. So have a look if you're inspired to. You're very welcome. If you've got questions, let me know. So I'm looking for the best card we need now as we leave this space. So I'm feeling us now, this circle, we're preparing now to basically take to flight and return back to your location, to your home, to wherever your body is, we could say, right now. So what do we need to know as we prepare to move back into our everyday life? How can we take this support and grounding and calm and whatever it is that you've received? How can you take this now into your life? How can you apply it? How can you feel it? How can you speak it, think it, do it? So this is the sort of thing I'm interested in finding out here with this card. So we have this card now to represent our forward movement from here, which is expansion. Okay, card 3, expansion. It says star and galactic connections. Reconnect with your star home. Intergalactic travel to heal, which is especially possible during meditation. And it says expand your perceptions and gateways to other dimensions. So this is about expanding or considering how you can expand yourself, expand your soul, expand your being, expand your life in some way as you move forward. So, be careful that you're not, or you haven't been kind of settling or too settled, holding back, or too settled in your comfort zone. There is this very strong energy around right now that's really pushing us out of our comfort zone and pushing us into new beginnings. So I feel that this pushing feeling, this, pushing ourselves, challenging ourselves, taking ourselves out of our comfort zone and into new beginnings or new potentials for ourselves is going to help expand our being, expand our life. If we've been saying that I'm lonely, I don't have enough people around me, well then let's push ourselves to get out there and start some new things, some new projects, some new hobbies, find some new groups or what have you that will put us in that place where we can increase our connections with people so we feel less alone. So we may have been saying it lately anyway, the things that we're wanting to bring into our life. So now it's about, are we really ready to, what we say, put our money where our mouth is? Are we really ready now to walk our talk, to push ourselves, to expand and to grow in our life and within ourselves? So maybe think about how and where expansion fits into you now and into your life now moving forward, and how you can expand your experience, expand your life, expand yourself. So thank you so much for watching and connecting today. Thank you again for your support. If you would love to learn more about the work that I do at Temple of Balance, please visit templeofbalance.com.au. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you again perhaps next month for our Healing List event. And I'll let you know when that date will be, early in May. Thank you so much. Goodbye for now. Namaste.